everyone, my name is Mildred and I am here together with my classmate to share to you the informations that we learn in cruise industry. As a college student who doesn't have a working experience, Onin Vlog was a great help to me to understand more about the benefits and advantages on working in a cruise industry. First is the salary is exceptional. The basic salary on working in a cruise is 1,200 to 2,200 a month. Take note that this is a US dollar, which means $1 is equivalent to 50 pesos when you convert it to Philippine peso. Your salary may be increased depending on your working position. Second, tax-free. The bottom line is that you can receive your entire monthly wage without having the taxes deducted from your paycheck. Third is free board, lodging, and food. Cruise ship workers receive additional benefits apart from their salary. This include room and board, medical care, and meals. This reduces living expenses while employees are on board a scheduled cruise. Fourth is big savings. You can save money as much as you want. You have a complete financial freedom. As I mentioned earlier, working on a cruise means that the company will cover all your living expenses and you will receive your paycheck tax-free. So it is up to you to save money and manage your money wisely. And lastly, number 5, travel the world for free. They allows employee to travel wherever the ship goes, frequently visiting new countries during their free time. And that's it. Let's hear from the others about the information they have gathered about the benefits of working on a cruise.
Hi, my name is Mildred Kristine Dairo, and I am here to provide you some information. Video is, a powerful tool that helps us to promote ourselves effectively. This especially holds true for all companies or other people in travel industry. You've noticed other platforms like Facebook, other videos like on YouTube, maybe Twitter or other platforms or maybe website. Since a video marketing makes the destinations come to life, which further motivates people to book vacation and visit that specific place and enjoy their culture, whether on a cruise or at a resort. One thing that on his vlog stands out the most to me is that this one. Life on a cruise ship is really a unique and unforgettable experience. Very difficult to compare to a land job, we all know that. And few jobs offer the chance to see so many places in the world, the exotic views, and meet so many people from so different countries. And we all know that we love food, different foods from every country. This kind of videos are actually very helpful to me, and I hope to each and every one to you as well. And since this will serve as an idea or like a guide for us on how we can pursue working at a cruise ship industry.
So for me, all of Onin's vlog are worth to watch and inform me. Another reason why travel vlog is worth to watch just because by these vlogs we can see if the destination are worth visiting, and nowadays some travelers one of their bases if they're looking for a nice destination is to watch a vlog on YouTube, but not just in YouTube. There are a lot of vlogs also that you can find on a website or any social media accounts. And like for example, you're looking for a destination around Boracay and you can search it any platform on social media, influencers and celebrities. I know there have like a lot of videos on there, so it's really helpful. And lastly, because of vlogs like Onin vlogs, the number of tourists in various places will possible to increase. So that's all.
I advise you to watch Onin TV's vlogs on working on cruises if you're thinking about doing so. I think his most worthy vlog is this one. In this video, he answered the most commonly asked questions, like the requirements if you want to work on a cruise. He stated in the video that the most important requirement is your passport, followed by basic training, and last, you must have a pleasant personality. Because you will be working with people of different nationalities and you must respect their beliefs and cultures. If you're concerned about your physical appearance, they do not have a height requirement and will not discriminate based on your color or physical appearance. There are no age restrictions, but you must be 21 or older. Pass a medical exam and be physically fit. The most frequently asked question is whether you need to know how to swim before applying on a cruise. The answer is no, because you will be using life jackets and safety boots. Fresh graduates are not accepted because he stated that you must have experience and knowledge of the job you're applying for. Lastly, you must be able to speak and communicate in English because it is commonly used on cruises, where you will meet people from various countries.
I noticed a lot of his video is all about cruise ship guides. His videos are full of essentials for the audience that helps a lot, like students, aspiring cruise member, and to anybody that wants to learn more about cruise. As a tourism student, it is very helpful since he showed us multiple great ideas about working in the cruise. His cruise shop job interview vlog is very memorable to me because it helps me a lot to prepare for my future job interview to become a crew member. He posted a lot of vlogs about his daily life being in a cruise ship that helps us on what really happens on a cruise in a daily basis. He also posted the rules and regulations on a cruise and simple steps for not violating any rules.
Hi everyone! Today, I'm gonna share with you which owning TV vlogs are worthwhile to watch and also you can learn. So here's my chosen video titled Iba't Ibang Klaseng Trabaho na Pwedeng Applyan sa Cruise Ship. We shared the list of jobs available on cruise ships. First on the list are jobs under the hotel department like galley, food beverages such as waiters, bartenders, cabin stewards, housekeeping, and front office personnel. These are the common and in-demand jobs. Spa and beauty therapists are also needed in a cruise ship because passengers need to look good and to relax. Casino dealers and staff are the people who make sure that everything runs smoothly at a casino. Photographers are important on a cruise ship because they record and capture the happenings on board and the experience of the passengers. On cruise ships, there are numerous shops selling things like jewelry, perfume, and watches. So they also need a sales associate. Doctors and nurses are also needed on a cruise ship. So in case of emergency, there are medical personnel available on board. Security personnel typically work throughout all deck areas and spend long hours patrolling around the ship. A printer will be responsible for all items to be printed and presented with best quality, completely clear, clean, and neat. Did you know that if you are a skilled carpenter, you can work on a cruise ship? A skilled carpenter on a cruise ship is responsible for building, maintaining, and repairing all the wood components. On a cruise ship, those are the needed positions that were unknown to the people. I hope you gained some knowledge. Thank you.
Our next interviewee, Ms. Haya Sinruman. Hi, Ms. Haya. Thank you for allowing us to have a conversation with you. What we will be asking are made from our fellow classmates and also from us, but this will not be a problem-solving questionnaire. That's why I'm perfectly sure that we will learn from your experience as a cruise line employee.
Okay,
Ayun.
let's start.
Hello po. Ayun. Hello po, Miss Haya. How are you po?
Ah, I'm okay. Kakatapos lang ng duty sa morning.
I hope po na you are doing very well. But first po, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, like your name, your age, and if you don't mind, how long have you been working in this industry, and what cruise line do you currently work for?
Okay, so I'm Hyacinth Roman. I am 33 years old, and I'm working with the Norwegian Cruise Line for 4 years already as a waitress.
Oh, I see. It doesn't look like po na you're 30 years of age na. And really, if working in the same company will make me as blooming and as fresh as you, Miss Haya, I'll definitely be joining you someday in your field. I think Kyle have also something to say.
Mhm.
Um,
Ano?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, miss.
Hi!
Kamusta po?
Okay lang.
I have a question po.
Okay.
Can you tell us something about your job? Like, how does your day starts and how does it end?
Okay. So, I'm working as a waitress. My day starts normally 6 a.m. Actually, it depends on the schedule that we have every day. So, normally, pumapasok kami ng morning and natatapos siya sa gabi. Na normal time hours namin is 10 hours up to 13 hours a day.
So, next question ko po is, for you, working which aspect of working on a cruise ship is your favorite and how effectively do you perform under pressure?
Hmm, my favorite is getting to or meeting a lot of people kasi you tend to meet a lot of different nationality, but how effectively I am performing under pressure is siguro if once you love your job, your mindset kasi is to deliver excellent service, lalo na sa cruise industry. I mean, passenger are cruising, they're paying a lot. So they're expecting excellent service from everyone who's working on the cruise ship. So performing under pressure, it always happens. So it actually depends on how you perform or how you deliver it. And think, yan, yun.
Thank you, Miss Haya. The third question we have for you is, as a crew staff, what can you say is the hardest part of your work?
For me, hardest is physically, is yung when you're carrying a lot of plates or carrying heavy loads of trays, then ano, mingling with other people kasi you cannot please everyone. We all have different attitudes, different likings. It's it's kind of difficult sometimes, blending well with other people. Tapos, ano, hardest then is if it's busy, if you don't have enough rest, it's really hard to perform excellent or perfect service, lalo na pag not well rested ka.
So, working in the field of operations is truly a source of exhaustion, and we lose our patience when things don't go as it normally goes. But I think even if we work as hard as we can, if we don't have the heart and passion that no matter what happens in this work, I'll still continue because it will be meaningless if I or we give up. Do you agree, Bisaya?
Yes, I agree. You really have to have the passion and you should love your job to perform well and to give excellent service to the passengers.
Okay, thank you for that. My next question is how would you handle a situation where a guest is unhappy with their experience on board?
So normally, what we do on board, whenever we have guests, we always ask them how's their day, how's their excursion outside, how did their day went on. So when times like we figure, actually normally ang ginagawa namin is parang kinakapa yung passenger if you feel like they're unhappy. The rules kasi in this industry, you cannot have the guest leave or the restaurant or anywhere unhappy. So when you find out that the guest is unhappy, first thing you should do is let your supervisor or manager know about the situation, because you cannot just handle those um, guests na hindi masaya or ano. Kasi mas better na alam yun ng nakakataas sa'yo rather than you will do it alone. Kasi there are instances kasi na they are unhappy not because of your service but with the other things that happen to them on board. So when you find out like that, try to make the guest happy. We sometimes call it mwa chuk chuk. So we're trying to give everything that we can, or we're trying to do everything that we can to satisfy the guests, or to make them happy before they leave one restaurant.
Thank you po for the tip. So I know na how to handle a situation when I encounter one. So the last two questions will be asked
Mhm.
by Miss Queenie.
Ayun. Hello po ulit, Miss Haya. We really appreciate your time and effort to be interviewed tonight. So, my question is, what made
Mhm.
you choose this job?
What made me choose this job is first because of the money, of course. My salary is way better here than the salary that the Philippines is offering. Second is I get to travel for free. You tend to see a lot of places, tend to see visit other countries without paying. You just have to go on board, do your job, and that's it. That's the perks of being in a cruise industry. So ayun, I choose this kasi I want to travel but I don't have the money. So anong makakapagbigay sa akin nung ano na yun to get my dreams, or ano is work on board. And so you have salary plus you get to travel.
Yeah, like practicality. Practicality na din po. Yeah, personally,
Yes.
I dream of being a flight attendant, but after hearing you, I think I'm shifting now. There's a change of heart happening. And I adore your personality and your determination po. That's why I can't wait to hear your answer to our last question. What is the most
Mhm.
important lesson you can teach an aspiring cruise line employee?
Ano, siguro is you have to ready yourself mentality kasi hindi biro yung work on board. It may seem easy, but it's not. You will be on board for 8 months, no day off. You only have a time off that's like 6 hours or maximum of 10, 11 hours total a day. That includes your sleep at night. Hindi siya ganun kadali. So, if you want to work on board, you have to be ready. Then you have to be also ready na you will be away from your family. On board kasi you don't have your family once you have you feel unwell, no one will take care of you. If if you don't feel like going to work, that cannot happen. If you get drunk, you might get home, you know. So you will be alone, like totally alone once you work on board. So you have to be physically and mentally ready of everything. Heavy loads of work, physically nakakapagod. And then if mentally or your mind is like giving up, you cannot survive. And then lastly is you should know how to mingle or how to blend with other nationalities. Kasi you cannot just rely on your fellow country people or kapwa mo kababayan because they have their own problems or they have their own like different attitudes. So you really have to be marunong mag-blend in. Like hindi lang yung puro Pilipino kasama mo, you have to talk with other nationalities, you have to mingle with them. So yun, if you really want to go to work on a cruise ship, dapat ready ka.
Ayun. Thank you po. You really have to be flexible in this job. And all
Mm-hmm.
questions are not just out of curiosity. Such questions we've asked you tonight are the questions we long to be answered. And that's why this work may seem easy, but we better be ready. We have to be ready in mind, and also we also have to be ready physically. So I think my take, your personal experience, is we have to be ready because no one will take care of yourself unless yourself. And there should be a strong discipline because this job is not just about gaining money, but also your determination to continue is what you hold on to. And thank you, Miss Haya, for joining us in this meeting tonight. We hope to see you when you go here in Manila. But now, take care and be safe po.
Thank you so much for
Thank you po.
the time also for asking me questions. And I hope if you really wanted to work on the cruise ship, try it. It's sobrang masaya naman. So, masaya. As in, yung pagod mo naman mapapalitan ng mga experience mo and your achievements, especially milestone, seeing different places without spending a lot.
So, Miss Haya, this will all be in this interview. Thank you to our special guest again, Mr. Man. We appreciate your effort shared with us, and this interview will really have an impact, not just for us, but also to the audience that will watch this. Again, thank you, everyone.
Good day. Welcome to Cruise Speaks. I'm your host, Aina Hasegawa, along with Miss Patrick and Gapas and Miss Macky Cordero. Today's topic is all about cruise lines. In relation to that, we have a special guest joining us to share his experience on board. Please welcome Mr. Mark Angelo Manuel.
Hi guys, good morning. Good morning, and thank you so much for inviting me for your special project. Well, my name is Mark Angelo Manuel. I'm working currently right now in the Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, which is based in Miami, Florida, and I'm joining ship. My joining ship is Norwegian Joy, which is home port in New York City, and I've been in this industry for the past 10 years already, with different company. It's been my 3 years here in Norwegian. It's pre-pandemic days. So yeah, that's it for me. Married, by the way.
Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Manuel. Now, shall we head into our main program? All right.
Sure.
So basically, we will be asking you questions. But aside from us, we have a couple of tourism students with us who aspire to work in the cruise industry, and they sent in their questions via video. Let's see and hear what we can gain and learn from Mr. Manuel, a cruise staff in Norwegian business.
To start with, tell us something about your job. How does your day start and end?
All right. So my job is kind of different with the other crew on board because we are part of the entertainment team. So usually we are working the whole day and the whole night. However, we have a broken schedule. So for example, we will start at 8:30 in the morning, and after 8:30, after 30 minutes to 45 minutes, we have a break like an hour. Then after that, go back again from the other activity. We're kind of hectic schedule if we are in the sea, but while we are in the port, we have what we call some day off. Day off means not actually an off, but you're on call as well. Off means like you can wake up anytime you want to, and as long as you don't have any calls, as long as the operation will not need your service, so that means you're free to go. Especially right now, I have like one almost an hour to go off the ship and eat some good food, have some good Wi-Fi connection, talk to my family, do my stuff, and it ends mostly at 12 midnight because of the we are part of the entertainment, so we are in the any event, especially in the ship, we have what we call team night party. So a team night party, we are uh, dancing with the guests, socializing with the guests. If you've been in the nightclub, similar to that one. However, there's a team that we are doing. So, for example, today we are having a 80s party. So we will be dressing up all in 80s costumes. All the guests are dressed up as 80s costume. We will be dancing together with them. We will be having some performance there as well. We will be having some socializing, especially socializing is very important to our job because that is our main job to socialize with the guests.
Very well said, Mr. Mark. For you, which aspect of working on a cruise ship is your favorite and how effectively do you perform under pressure?
My for me, the aspect of my working on a cruise ship is to meet to meet uh, different people, because if you will meet different people, you will be learning different aspects as well to them, especially in working at cruise line. Not only mostly Americans, we Americans are the most dominant passengers we have. So before we are thinking that Americans are like straightforward, they are like uh, they don't care what they hear, something like that. But upon socializing with them, speaking with them, talking to them, I learned a lot of different cultures also in America. So if you live in New York City, you're too loud. If you live in the what we call it, Maryland part, it's still quite a bit near to New York. But if you say it's in Maryland, it's different type of people already. So if you go to the tropical part of US, which is like Florida, Texas, they are different part as well. They have different type of culture as well, or traits as well. So you need to really read the people before you speak to them, because sometimes like um, you're giving some joke, then in this particular group from New York they accept it because it's fine to them. But in this particular is this particular guest, which is in different place of New York, or in different place of US, they cannot get it because for them it's kind of sensitive joke. So that's the what do you call this? That's the aspect of that. And to work in effectively in pressure, it's like we always every day we are in pressure every single day. Pressure uh, in the work, pressure because of the guests, pressure because of the bosses. That's the three main factor of pressure. Okay, so pressure with the guest because you are trying to meet the guest satisfaction. That is the number one thing and the number one what do you call this goal if you are working in the hospitality industry, which is to satisfy your guests. So that is one pressure as well. Second pressure is for your work. So you are trying not to have some mistake every time you're doing your work. So even though I'm already been 10 years in working here in this industry, I still have some mistakes to do, and which is in comes like interacting with the guests, because as I've told you already before, interaction is kind of different because you're mingling and talking to different nationalities and different aspects and different traits as well. Second is the bosses. Of course, if your boss is kind of strict, if your boss is like straightforward, you will feel pressure. However, that's what do you call this? That is that's natural. If you are a boss or if you are a supervisor, you need to put pressure to your staff for them to move and for them to be learn to be strong on the work. That's it.
Now, that was very insightful, Mr. Manuel. I actually learned something by now. Now, as a crew staff, what do you think is the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part of my job is to say goodbye to the guests, because we are having a 14 days cruise, 7 days cruise, 20 days cruise sometimes. It's if you're together, if you are like be friends with them already, then you will just say goodbye and you don't know when and where will you go when you see it again. Good thing we have some Facebook right now, emails and Instagram. By the way, just one insight of that is we have limitations for the interaction with the guest. We have what we call paternization. Paternization, that means you are having some uh, what do you call this professional relationship to the guest, and you will bring it out of work. So that is the patronization. So the company is avoiding that. Like once the guests go off the ship, that's it. So we are cutting the communication, we are cutting the things, the bond that we have. So that's one of the hardest part. Second is the time. As what I told you guys, do the message. It's that the time changes is very common on the cruise ship, especially if you're cruising in US to Europe, Europe to Southern America. So they have a different, and especially in Bahamas and in Nassau, they have different uh, time frame. So for example, in New York, the time now in New York is 11:17. 11:17, and the time now here is 12:17 in the afternoon. In the afternoon. So when we go to what do you call this? Montenegro, this one will be changed 12:17. It will be coming like 7 a.m. in the morning, something like that. So that's one of the hardest part of my work. And the last one is dancing at the party for an hour. Even though your feet is sore already standing, even though your voice is already uh, numbed, and even though like you're sad but you need to smile, even though you're having some problem but you need to smile, that is one of that is the best that is the number one actually hardest part of my work. It's just to put a mascara in front of the guests that you're happy but you're not. That's it.
Thank you for thank you for answering our questions po. Now, let's move on to the questions sent by the tourism students.
Good day, Mr. Mark. It was a pleasure of mine to meet you and to be able to ask you a question. My name is Mary J. Uraga, third year student from Tourism Management. My question for you is, what part of your job do you think is the reason why people keep on coming back?
Okay, so the reason why the people, what you mean people, guest or crew?
Guess po.
Guest. Okay, so I think the reason why people are coming back because of the hospitality that we are giving to them. Especially they are particular with the Filipinos because the Filipinos, everybody, the whole world knows the Filipinos are very good in hospitality. So that's why sorry, the company has keep on hiring the Filipino. And for your information, it's in my ship right now. It's like 85% are Filipino. It's like the ship is empty without a Filipino because Filipino is the one giving the hospitality thing, and in the industry, you cannot see any hospitality that Filipino can give, especially here in US. US not discover hospitality. Uh, Asian, Asian, European are the one who are good in hospitality. So that's the main reason why why the guests or the passengers are going back to the cruise ships because of the hospitality.
Well, that was good to know, Mr. Manlo. Shall we proceed to our next question?
Sure.
Good day, I'm Clarisse Villanueva. And here is the next question. How long are the working and resting hours on a cruise ship, particularly the cruise line you're working?
Okay. So how long my working hours? My working hours because we have two different contracts on board. We have what we call the non-CBA, which is uh, non-contract bargaining agreement, and we have CBA, which is contract bargaining agreement. So the non-CBA, which is entertainment, which is me, we are working based on the operation. So the CBA, which is the contract bargaining agreement, so they are working based on the law of the maritime. So the non-CBA for us, we need to work based on the company needs. So if the company needs it, you need to work at 12 hours, you need to work at 12 hours. If the company needs it, you need to work at 10 hours, you need to work at 10 hours. So something like that. But of course, on that 10 length hours, you have a rest hours, not straight of 10 hours, not straight of 12 hours. You have like 4 to 3 hours rest to complete that 12 hours duty.
Well, that was very informative. I thought there would only be one type of schedule, but it's not. So shall we proceed to the next? Thank you.
Working.
Sure.
Good day, Mr. Manuel. Here's another question for you. So, how would you handle a situation where a guest is unhappy with their experience on board?
Okay. So the number one thing first is as also a supervisor, what why is the guest is unhappy? So that's the number one thing that you will ask yourself. Why? Second is to give a solution. So why this guest is not happy? Because they did not get that what they want. That is the number one thing that the guest is not happy. They did not get what they want. They did not get what they pay. They're paying like $4,000 to $8,000 to $10,000 just for a cruise. Then they will expect that they will be receiving only this. So that's the number one thing that why they're not happy. So to make them happy, you need to have a compensation. Compensation means you will be giving something to them, you will be doing something extra to them, you will be caring them, uh, you will be treating them even though that they are VIP, they need to feel that they are VVIP because these people cruising because they want to feel that they are special. These people is cruising because they want to relax. These people are cruising because they want to experience what we are promising to them, which is the cruise experience. So yeah, that's it.
All right, and we are hoping that you were able to make all of your guests happy. Now, next
Yes.
question, please.
Good day. My name is Angelo Tribdino. My question is, what adequate skills do we need in order to get hired on board?
Okay. So everybody, especially Filipinos, we have skill. We have skills. Okay. We have what we call rapport. We are easy to be with. The only thing that we need to remember, number one, is you need to be mental prepared. Okay, mental prepared because first, you know that all Filipinos are family bonded. So you need to accept to yourself that you will be working outside of your comfort zone, outside of the country. You will be meeting a lot of different people that you cannot understand why. You cannot understand because they are different. They are different nationalities. Different nationalities, once again, different traits, different aspect, different uh, beliefs. So that's number one. That's number one. Number two is you must have a um, what we call. Number one is mental health. Number two is of course you have a knowledge for the job. All right. So for the number one every time that having a speech to the tourism students is I always tell them like uh, that there's a two things you need to think. Okay. First is your family. Second is money. So if you can combine these two, you can survive the ship life. You can survive as an OFW. You can survive as a seaman and working in a cruise ship. So skills is can be learned. Skills can be honed, but attitude, this one and this one should be prepared.
Okay, sir, and we believe you possess all of those adequate skills, considering that you've been into different places. Next question.
Hello, I'm Mr. Corcuera, tourism student, and my question is, what made you choose this job?
Actually, it's very funny because I'm not supposed to be working here. I'm a bachelor. I'm graduated with bachelor of science degree in nursing. After I graduated, I'm trying to because before when it's 2011, 2011, is it 2011? Yeah, 2011. The 2010. Sorry, 2010. 2010. The call center industry is like boom in the Philippines. So I was told to myself that after I graduated, I will not take the board. I will go to the call center and apply. So after I graduated, after my review class and board exam, I'm trying to what do you call this to apply different companies. So I've been rejected for five different companies and the call center agent. And there is one company that called me and I did not apply to them, which is Magsaysay. Magsaysay is one of the best agency in the Philippines for the seafarers. So I answered the phone and they asked me if I'm willing to go to the final interview. And I said, which call center is it? And they told me it's not call center, it's Magsaysay. It's a manning agency for a cruise line. And I told him, all right, let's give it a shot. Then after that, after 1 month, I'm seeing myself already flying, going to Singapore for my first trip assignment. So that is then after that, I starting to love my job already because at the first 2 months, you will experience this if you want to go on a cruise ship. At the first 2 months, you will be feeling like you want to go home, you want to resign, you want to go off the ship already because of the people surrounding you, the pressure, the bullying. So you need to prepare yourself about that. So in the first 2 months, I want to resign. I'm calling my mom to buy me a ticket because I want to go home already. Then one of my friend uh, talked to me. He said, "Why you're working here for my family? So you're going to resign. What is your family getting if you're going to resign?" And the number one reason is you are here because of the money. So they don't these people are bullying you, these people are keep pressuring you. They're not the one who is losing this battle. It's you because you're the one who's resigned. So it comes in my mind that yeah, that's true. If I resign, if I put my emotion in the center of the problem, it will not solve what I'm what I want to do is just to continue. And after like 3 months, 5 months, it's already fine. I already work like smooth without supervision, and after that contract I was promoted, then promoted again, and then I transferred here to this company. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. Your answer taught me that it wouldn't hurt to try and seek out opportunities outside of your comfort zone because it will definitely pay off in the end. So, on to our next question.
Hi, my name is Mildred Kristine Dairo, and my question is that are you happy and contented with your job right now?
Um, Of course, I'm very very happy with my job right now. I'm so contented with the people and with the company that I'm working right now, especially the salary. So I know that you guys are looking forward also for the salary. That is your number one goal, I think, because that's why you get the tourism and you're trying to work on the ship or on the land. So I'm telling you guys, just this is just a piece of advice. Okay, even though the salary is good, even though the people are nice, if you're not happy, those things are not validating your success. So make sure that if you're doing something, it you will be happy in it, and of course, it will benefit you as well. So don't just do things that I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. No, did it benefit me? Did my family benefit it? Because that's the reason why I'm working, family and me. So yeah, so because if you say you're happy, that means like, yeah, I'm happy right now. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm out of the ship. I'm happy because I'm not working. So right now I'm not working. So did I benefit it? Did I benefit? Did it benefit me? So yeah. So make sure that two things is in balance, which is happiness and who benefit your happiness. Yeah.
We're glad to hear po na you're happy, and thank you also for the advice. We'll make sure to take note of that in the future. So, shall we proceed to the last question?
So
What is the most important lesson you can teach an aspiring cruise line employer?
the lesson is right now, the cruise industry is trying to gain again the morale that we lose because of the pandemic. So the that's the reason is I'm saying that because if you're applying to a cruise ship, so as of this moment, they are trying to rehire first all the old crew who's been working with the company. So they are not. I'm not saying that new hires are not, or new applicants are not desiring, but what do you call this? Try to be patient. Try to be patient. Okay, if you are applying, sometimes 3 months. Especially this, I have some friends right now, which is new hire, like they are three, so they applied in NCL like uh, before pandemic. So before pandemic, so right now they just came on board. So that's the time that you need to think. You need to be patient. So if I were you, while you're waiting on that call, work first in the Philippines. Try to hone first your skill because again, if you have skills already, the HR or the recruitment agency will get easily to deploy you if you are like, for example, you are in the guest services or in the guest services operation. If you have a background on that one, if the HR saw that you have like, oh, this person have 5 years background already or have 2 years background already in the guest services, we need some people right now on this ship because this ship need to deploy in this country, something like that. They will be calling you uh, and you will be hired. So yeah, so that's the 3 points. So first one is be patient. Second is hone your skills. And third and fourth one is the one I mentioned earlier. You should be mentally, physically prepared. That's it.
Thank you for sharing your story and your learnings po. It will definitely help students like us to work on ourselves and prepare for the future.
There we have it. Those are the questions sent in by the students. Thank you so much po for answering them and sharing your life on board on a cruise ship. We are beyond grateful as we learned a lot from you, Mr. Mike. Thank you po.
Thank you, then, and good luck
Thank
for
you.
your career, guys. And I hope to see you here on board Norwegian Cruise Line.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you, Sir
Thank you
Manuel.
po.